Autzen Stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football.
And that ball is picked off. Or left him grasping for air. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their conference.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Moore will throw. He's right on target. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
On second down, he's looking downfield. He'll get rid of it. Fires into traffic, intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
He wants to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Back to the air one more time. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
In a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Pulls it in. It's Tuggle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the run, it's Etienne. Oh, big juke to get past. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Second and goal coming up. On the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And Reese, no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the clock.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. TCU looked less like a pack of frogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Carter Stadium. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Some misdirection with the counter. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Now on first down from the 28. On the ground, it's James. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
And And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Complete to the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Moore to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 7, Oregon 0.
The Ducks decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air. It's Grishada. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Got it in the middle. It's dealt. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is clicking. Everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. With the catch, it's Etienne.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They keep attacking through the air. Fires to the wideout. And that pass picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start to this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. And the Dogs keep playing fetch on these passes, channeling their inner Scott Warner, Champ Bailey, or Keely Ringo, and making plays.
Just ball hawking, making plays. And again, when you pressure the quarterback, and the Dogs do that as well as anybody, you pressure the quarterback, force that ball out in the secondary, playing great coverage, making big-time plays in the back end.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
It's a reverse. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Man, how college football has changed, right? Like receivers getting touches. Everybody's a weapon at all times. And listen, they're trying to get the ball to their playmaking receiver, maybe get some space, maybe make somebody miss. Marginal gain, still set up pretty good in the red zone.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kick this one away.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's there to make the stop. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
On the play. Brings up third down.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. And the Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be dragged down.
Georgia offense will take over. First and 10.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football, and they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Caught over the middle. It's Evans. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Rashada. Unloads it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's dealt. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Quick strike complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside and out wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Humphreys. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Looking downfield, it's Rashada. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You got one.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep getting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quickly complete. Oh, that's him grabbing air. Touchdown, Georgia. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Going for it all. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That's now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Line gets set, first down. Looking for a man. It's Rashada. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense will quickly use the timeout. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Trying to get behind the defense. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Bulldogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive with this. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense...
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively, and you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Offense gets set for second down. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Moore to the air. And they fail to hook up on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He gets a block. A huge return there, steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now on the option. He'll toss it. What a cut. Now he's loose.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it. It's Etienne. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They started this drive in great field position now, needing to convert on 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you want it.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Now, I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Second down now after the sack. Moore will throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Gets it out quickly. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Give to the running back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Tripped up for the tackle.
Gain of 16. Brings up second down.
Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to throw. It's Rashada. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Boy, his freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there?
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
The sure hands, it's Evans. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the route is on.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's low. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Moore to the air. Takes the easy one to the back. They get him down after he makes the catch. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Georgia 31, Oregon 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Leaves it with the running back. Running with power. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
Get there, a 4th down stop.
This is so Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Moore will throw. Fires to the middle. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there. I think at this point you might as well try to throw the ball down the field because this dog defense is not giving an inch.
They don't give an inch. They hunt the whole entire game. And they're all highly recruited kids. They're all talented. They're all going to get drafted. But they play for each other. They play with fight. They play with aggression. And that's why you always see them near the top of the defenses in all of college football.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Movement here from the tight end. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. The freshman just a little too much on that one. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
57 yards out, and he powers it through the upright. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Oklahoma State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Boone Pickens Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Tulsa. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had...
Oh, he dropped it! The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit. You saw all of the effort of everybody pursuing the QB, catching up to him, and then creating the fumble. Awesome job.
Takes a hit as he fired. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Defense dropping into soft coverage. The corners are walked up tight. Looking to take a shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something. Put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Moore to the air. Unloads to the right. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He caught it. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
0.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. If that was my bad, that's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Looking to buy time. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for a huge play. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Now the pitch. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And on second down for this offense. They'll run the option. The pitch. Makes one man miss. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Quick toss. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop. And you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. It's not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting